Today we are rating, or ranking I should say, Azorius creatures on a tier list. We're going to start off with Grand Arbiter Augustine the 4th. That's right, I know my Roman numerals, or do I? Maybe I just know what the card is. Alright, it's a 4-mana 2/3 Human Advisor. White spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Oh, by the way, I should give some credit to Benedict for starting us off with this Haymaker. I knew it was coming. I also knew everyone wanted this card. Blue spells to cast, but here's the down ticker. Oh, spells your opponents cast cost 1 more to cast. Like that sound of that, opponents? No, you don't. Is this literally the police? Is that what Azorius is? I really don't know the flavor of this thing. Anyway, card is quite strong. I would say so strong in Commander. I would put it S tier. This card doesn't actually see almost any play in Modern, Pioneer, Legacy, anywhere else. But I think its presence in Commander and its annoyingness is worthy of the S tier class. Alright, next up, let's give it to Pacers Fan Forever with the Reflector Mage. Reflector Mage is an interesting one. This card got banned at one point. I think it got banned? I'm pretty sure it was banned at some point in, like, Standard. It's a blue-white, 1 generic, 2/3 human wizard. ETB, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That creature's owner can't cast spells with the same name as that creature until your next turn. Now, obviously, Commander, absolute stinker. Oh, I mean, basically, I mean, maybe not super terrible. You bounce something in their hand, they can't replay it, but some of the niche value is that if your opponent had multiples of the same card in their hand, you Reflector Maged it. It was an absolute beating. Complete beating to be facing down in a Reflector Mage. And, is Azorius just blue-white cards? You tell me! Yes, it is. It's only blue-white cards. But it's gotta be creatures. Today we're looking at the creatures, that's for sure. This saw very strong play in the Humans deck when it was available in Modern. I can't remember what its presence it had in Pioneer. It was like a fine card, but it doesn't see all that much play anymore. Like, it was really good in its day and then just sort of disappeared off the face of the map. I think it can come back though, so I'm giving it the A tier. All right, next up. Who else do we got, Coffee Crew? Junior Jones, Azorius Guildmage. Azorius. If I remember correctly, is it Azorius? Or Azorius? No. I make the same mistake you did. It's not A-Z... Oh, it's not... Oh, sorry. Maybe I didn't make the mistake. Guildmage. I need a new keyboard. Or it is Azorius. Yeah, Z-O-R-I-U-S. Just like I spelled in the title. Okay, we got, it's an Azorius 2/2 Vidalcan Wizard with a white, pay 2, tap target creature, pay a blue, pay 2, counter target activated ability. Interesting. That is a very interesting card. What you do with that it's like fine for the stats. If you have a lot of mana, it's pretty useful. Late game, you can tap down all your opponent's stuff. In fact, you could even tap down some big fatty or death toucher or blocker to get someone else attacking that player. That being said, it's clunky as hell. So it just starts off as a 2/2 and then you need more mana to scale it further. I like the card though. I like the stock. I wouldn't buy it though. B tier. First super chat of the day coming from Kagan. Thank you so much. What about Urza, Lord Protector? Okay, we got the Lord Protector. It is a 3-mana creature. It's a 2/4 human artificer. Artifact, instant, and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, which is not bad. This already was like a 3-mana card. 7 mana. Oh man. If you both own and control Urza, Lord Protector, and an artifact named the Might Stone and the Weak Stone, exile them and then meld them into Urza Planeswalker. Planeswalker, activate only as a sorcery. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put it into the C tier just like this. Just people know. People will know. Because that's basically what we're playing for, right? I don't even know what this card does, but we all know it's gonna require like a bunch more cards, and this card obviously is not gonna do the job on its own. It's basically it costs one less to get. You know, that's not fair at all, actually. Hold on. The fact that we can like reduce the cost of like our artifact, instant, and sorcery spells, that's actually not fair at all. I'm like putting this thing together for 7 mana. That sucks. The first ability is actually quite okay. So we'll put it A tier. I like that. I like the ability. I can live with that one. Okay, next up we'll go. It's effectively 5 mana because the Might and Weak Stone type. Yeah, but we don't have those things. Oh, but we don't got them in play. We gotta judge this card based on what we see over here. And I saw enough, I guess. I was the 7 mana ability pushed me a little bit to one side than the other. I see a lot of support for Metamai the Ageless. Metamai! I like this card. I like it. Do you know what? I was selling all my cards. Sorry, not all my bulk cards. I didn't sell out of Magic. Got plenty of my collection. I'm diamond hands holding on. But I had a bunch of bulk that I wanted. Like a bunch of rares. Like I don't need all this stuff. You know, like binder, trade binder, garbage. So I sold all of it. And then I was getting a pretty poor price on the Metamai the Ageless. And I said, you know what? I'm holding on to this thing because I like the ability that when it deals combat damage to play, you take an extra turn after this one. I'm like, I am not taking 25 cents for this card. I am going to hold on to it. It's going to be worth maybe $1 one day. Maybe that day is now. Metamai the Ageless can't attack during extra turns. Oh, so you think. I can't remember. You just need to, what you need to do is you can combo with this card, right? You just have to give yourself the extra turns right now while you're not on an extra, sorry, not extra turns. You need extra attack steps on this turn right now. And these should stack, right? Yeah, so you take an extra turn, attack again, get an extra turn, and then make sure that you keep chaining, I don't know, get as many attacks in as you can. And then you take like 4 turns after that's all done. Good stuff. Oh yeah, we have to rank this, don't we? I like the card. It's not bad. It's not bad. It has to prove itself though, B tier. Has a little bit of proving to do. Don't worry, you'll do it, Metamai. I believe in you! I held on to you. J-Hogue. Yorion! Hot take. I think this card being good disproves that 61 versus 60 cards is that bad. You're not wrong. I actually think that playing around with ratios in 60 card formats is completely underexplored. Sometimes I even thought about that thing with, yeah, anyway. I think 61, 62, 63, 64, it's all possible. Now, Yorion, this card weirdly is broken. 5 mana, 4/5. It's banned in Modern. That's so weird. It doesn't look like much. It's a 5 mana 4/5 flyer. ETB, just blank all your stuff. Everything that's non-land. Doesn't look like much. But because it's your companion, you like put in your hand, you can pitch it to Solitude. I'm sure this is just a very decent value card in itself, but the fact that it is a companion, giving you like an 8th card in your hand at the start of the game at a very reasonable cost, at a very reasonable ability. You think of all the things that you can blink these days, like Leyline Binding and Oath of Nissa and Planeswalker abilities and the One Ring. You can get it all. Anyway, Yorion is just absolutely insane. S tier. Hang out there with St. Augustine. Yeah, I can't play it as a companion in Commander because of rules and, yeah, rules and stuff. Nuts with Teleport Circle. Ooh, Beanpot with Soul Herder. Does this see a lot of play in Commander? I felt like they designed it for Commander. You like blinking stuff? Well, you can blink stuff all day with the Soul Herder. It's a 3-mana 1/1. Whenever a creature is exiled from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Soul Herder. But the point is, at the beginning of your end step, you may exile another target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control, which ideally is going to be you. So it is the ultimate blinking machine for value. It's like Yorion, but every single turn, but only one thing. But that's the idea anyway. Soul Herder. Everyone's running away. Don't chase the light. Everyone is after the lamp. Ah, A-tier card. Very, very strong. Very nice. Okay, next up. You little Ted with Dream Trawler. The standard All-Star then just completely fell off existence. Okay, it's a 6-mana 3/5 Sphinx, flying lifelink. If you draw a card, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever it attacks, you draw a card. That is very good value. And discard a card. It gains hexproof until end of turn. Tap it. It looks like it's just an absolute banger, but it's just really expensive. I think by the time you, like... I don't know how you people feel about this card in Commander. It's not like anyone's gonna wipe... No one's gonna kill this thing. Not while you have cards in your hand. But it's just really expensive for the cost. I mean, 6 mana for this. Doesn't get any, like, draw immediately. You have to wait until next turn to get your value. You still need cards in hand to protect it. Doesn't protect from board wipes, so... It's got its vulnerabilities. It's fine, though. You know what? It's fine. You know, it's in a bulk bin. You want to pick up yourself a Dream Trawler, that's all. It's an expensive banger. You got that right. If that sounds wrong out of context, that's fine, too. Dream Trawler are gonna make a comeback. We just have to believe. Yeah, all you need to wait for is for Standard to come back. They gotta bring the dream back. Never fail believing in your own dreams. Don't let your dreams be memes. Okay, next up, we got another Kagan special, Brago. What's the bet that everything is like a blinking card or a prison card? Also, do we count creatures that have Azorius color identity even if they aren't technically Azorius? I have no idea what that means, but yes. If it is white and blue, I am going to count it. So, Judge's Familiar is completely legal. Or do you mean like a mono blue creature that is technically Azorius? That I won't count. It's gotta have white and blue in the casting cost. Okay, 4 mana, 2/4, Spirit Noble with flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile any number of target non-land permanents you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control. So it's like Yorion every single turn. We keep attacking, we keep punching. Where's my punch sound effect? And you keep blinking. I need a good blink sound effect. This is not, is this a blink? Boo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, we can put this close. I don't want to put everything into S tier, but I think I've already created the boundaries. Brago's a great card. Okay, freebie section. Did somebody say Geist of St. Traft? Man, Geist of St. Traft, you have fallen from grace. This card used to be $30, and it is now 20 cents. What happened, Geist of St. Traft? What happened? What happened to you? I'll tell you what happened. Better creatures and better blockers. It's a 3 mana 2/2 Spirit Cleric with Hexproof, and when you attack, you create a 4/4 Angel creature token. With flying, that's tapped and attacking. Exile it at the end of combat, though. Yeah. Some circumstances required. Oh, no. Trying to think of some way of explaining warranty. Angels sold separately, and also not guaranteed to stick around either. Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is this is like 3 mana, nothing particularly useful. It's really hard to also remove everything on the board. These days, like, you know, creatures come with more creatures. Mythic rarity. Still mythic. Still mythic. And now 20 cents. Very sorry about your fall from grace. Guys is saying trapped. We salute you. We salute the time that you were a S tier bomb. That being said, it's like okay. It's okay. It's not. It would probably see play in Pioneer if it was legal. I'll give it an A tier rating. It's still a strong card. Probably is not worth it at all in Commander though. Sadly. Super chat time from the Emperor, the Space Balls, Space Bellerin, plus donation. Also, when's the next bad combo day? It's usually like I think the 3rd week of the month. So you keep your eyes peeled out for that. Space Bellerin, 4 mana, 3 loyalty Jace with Space Sculptor. So we like assign like quadrants for where we get to attack. +1 creatures in each section can be blocked this turn only by creatures in the same sector. Sorry, it's sector, not section. -1, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature in the sector of your choice. -5, destroy all creatures in the sector of your choice. Isn't this just jank? This is like just a little too fancy. This is like above and beyond worse than any. Like what's with his eyes? What's going on here? He's got this crazy look in his eye. I don't like this card. I'm putting it in the B tier. You want to play it for jank and fun? Yeah, that you go do that. Not a creature is actually disqualified. I'm gonna go back. Okay, get out of here, Jace. No one asked for you, except for Emperor apparently. Okay, but Emperor did donate something, so I will donate here. Can we do Planeswalkers as well? No. There will be a day for the Planeswalkers, but today is not that day. Today is for Ezrim, coming from Asteroid Yeti. Isn't that, look at that segue. We segued from Space Bellerin to the Asteroid Yeti. It was meant to be. It's a blue, white, 1 generic 5/5 agency chief, Archon Detective. Okay, flying. When Ezrim, agency chief, enters the battlefield, you investigate twice. Also, pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. Ezrim gains your choice of Vigilance, Lifelink, Hexproof until end of turn. This is so expensive for what it does. I like the abilities, but it's like a worse Dream Trawler, really. It's actually a significantly worse Dream Trawler. But you know what? Just good enough for Dream Trawler. Okay, next up. We'll take one from Junior Jones, the Swans. We talking the Swans of Bryn Argyll. Or Argyll. Swans of, no. Swans of Bryn Argyll. This is an Azorius, 2 generic, 4/3 bird spirit with flying. Now, if a source would deal damage to Swans of Bryn Argyll, prevent that damage. And then its controller draws cards equal to the damage prevented this way. That plus Lightning Bolt, and you are rich. It's all over. But on the other hand, your opponent with Lightning Bolt realizes, holy crap, you fool! You played right into my Lightning Bolt. Anyway, this is a very fun janky card. It had a little bit of competitive play. Let's just say it creates fun board states, all right? It creates fun. It's not that good though. It's definitely high on the fun scale, but we're not rating things based on fun. We're rating things based on how good they are. Pacers fan forever. What happened? Damn it. Well, sorry about that, Pacers fan. Maybe Pacers has a backup already. Pacers probably... I just got sniped! Can I do... what? Asperia Supreme Judge? What the hell is that? Supreme Judge. Just look up a Supreme Judge. Oh, no, it is. I thought you misspelled the name. Asperia? Who would be named Asperia? Okay, Asperia Supreme Judge. This is a blue, white, 2 generic, 6/4 Sphinx. Now, it's got flying. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, you may draw a card. That's nuts! So basically, people can attack you, but they're gonna make you rich. I serve only Justice, but through that duty, I serve all of Ravnica. But it's 6 mana. And also has no ETB. And also, they can kill it before they attack you. I sort of like it, though. Sort of like it, but I like it in B tier more than anything. Ooh, we got Judge's Familiar. Yeah, I just mentioned that a little while ago. Judge's Familiar. Does it look familiar to you? We have an Azorius 1/1 little bird. Flying, sacrifice Judge's Familiar. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1. These days, this ability is so worthless. I think this is quite strong in Casual Commander, where you have, like, you know, the ultimatums. You're trying to play some big bomb. They need to attack, like, instant sorcery or planeswalker. If we can counter planeswalkers, then we'd be really in with these types of cards. It'd be so good. I'm a huge fan of a Judge's Familiar and counter spells in general, but this one is, like, a little too mediocre. B tier. It's not bad, though. Okay, next up, we got Steve Cooper. Now, Steve Cooper also loves to donate. Azor the Lawbringer, bringing the law. You got 2 donations. All right. Why do all the Azorius cards start at 6 mana? This is crazy. It's a blue, white, 2 generic 6/6 Sphinx flying. ETB. All right, we have an ETB. Each opponent can't cast instant or sorcery spells during that player's next turn. Each opponent? Oh, so hold on. Does that mean no one gets to play spells? Like everyone doesn't get to play spells on their turn? Each opponent can't cast the instant or sorcery spells during that player's... Yeah, okay, I guess their next turn. Okay, whenever Azor attacks, you may pay blue, white, X. If you do, gain X life, draw X cards. It's got a Sphinx's Revelation attached? What the hell? Unbelievable. Or maybe it is believable. You already have 6 mana. You're going to draw so much stuff. I like it. It has a really good effect, actually. The ETB is really strong. No one can mess with your Azor. People can attack, but they can't do squat after that. A tier. Little clunky. I could be wrong. Maybe this is an S tier card. I've never played with this thing. Yeah, now you know why it's 6 mana. It would screw everyone up. In danger! You can't play any spells? Yeah, very funny. Okay, we got Christopher B around here. We got the Whip Spine Drake. Whip Spine. Hold on, Azorius. Okay, you got a backup. Because this one's Azorius Skyguard. Is it actually Azorius? It is. Another 6 mana spell. 3/3 Humanite. Flying first strike. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-0. No, I don't like this. This is awful. I think if it was cheaper, I could get behind this. Actually, what are we going to take? We're going to take... No, we'll take a big chunk of it. That's okay. Because there's going to be plenty of room in the C tier. 6 mana to, like, just shrink everything by a little bit. What, just to do this? No. Yeah, you can play Farewell for that much mana. You want to play your Azorius Skyguard or you want to play Farewell? I would play Farewell. Clean up those opponent's creatures like cleaning laundry. Like I take out the trash. Okay, next super chat from Kagan. We got Kano. Okay, Kagan donated to Kano. The Zethi. The Arcane Blade Master. All right, there, Kano. You're getting credit. Where's Kano? Oh yeah, aka the Zethi Arcane Blade Master. This is Chun-Li. So okay, Oyuhon, is there there's the secret player drop. You want me to put this pic? Well, we're not gonna judge it based on the picture. Picture doesn't change power level. It does change how much money I'm gonna have left in my wallet after I buy magic cards, but not power level. 3 mana, 3/3 human soldier with multi-kicker of a white, or blue. When Chun-Li enters the battlefield, exile up to X target instant cards from your graveyard, where X is the number of times Chun-Li was kicked. That sounds wrong. Sounds like someone kicked Chun-Li. And then put a kick counter on each of them. Lightning kick. When Chun-Li attacks, copy each exiled card you own with a kick counter on it. You may cast the copies. Isn't this like isn't this like a bunch of work? ETB, exile up to X target instant cards from your graveyard. Equal number of kick, put a kick counter on them. Then we have to attack and get them back. No, I don't like this card. Too much work. Way too much work. A little too much work for me. And also, how often does an Azorius deck that's not playing sweepers want to play their, like, what's it called? Instance and target instance from the graveyard. I think it's just a bit too worse. This is close to Yu-Gi-Oh level of card work text? Yeah, exactly. Well, it's easier for things to get pulled off there. I honestly don't even think this is BT. I might be underrating this card, but holy crap. I think this is against the spirit of Azorius. Especially if you're playing with creatures. I'm putting it into the D tier. Sorry about that, Chun-Li. Hope I didn't disrespect. No disrespect to Chun-Li. Okay, freebie section. Elixir. With Thistle Downs. Liege. Thistle Down Liege. Okay, we got triple Azorius, 1 generic for a 1/3 Kithkin Knight, but it's got flash. And other white creatures you control get +1/+1, and other blue creatures you control get +1/+1. So basically, if we're in Azorius, I mean, Chun-Li all of a sudden 5/5 creature. This card, however, still a 1/3 creature. Doesn't buff itself up. It's a weird card. Maybe in the right deck it's okay. I think it's a bit underwhelming. Again, I don't know if I can put this in C tier. You know what? I'm gonna buff it up to B, because sometimes it's hard to have like a random lord, and this is sort of like a double lord and has flash, has good devotion. So I could see it working like in the right deck. It can work. We can make that one work. Christopher Ellis, Council of the Absolute. Council of the Abs, huh? 4 mana, 2/4. I'd like to see their abs are covering them. Okay, Human Advisor. As Council of the Absolute enters the battlefield, name a card other than a creature or land card. What am I gonna name? What you guys could even have in your hand? You could have anything. Okay, and then your opponent, anyway, your opponents can't cast cards with the chosen name. Oh, you name the commander! Spells with the chosen name you cast cost 2 less to cast. Ah. So if we share the commander, mine costs less. Your Augustine whatever costs like 1 million more. This is a pretty sweet card. I think in a commander, I think this is strong. A tier. I like it. I think it's underrated. Oh, you heard that sound? That's the sound of FusionGamingOnline.com. Deal of the week this week. Whoa. Let's get back to the deal of the week. This is where my favorite place to buy Magic the Gathering cards. And you always have to check out the deal of the week. Changes every week, and this time it's changed to 15% off all Planeswalkers. You get some Ren and Sixtons, some Karn Liberated, some Karn the Great Creators, some Karn this and that. A lot of Karns out there. Make your Karn Kindred deck. And you can start that journey by buying them from FusionGamingOnline.com. Also, Modern Horizons 3, the spoilers are coming out hot and heavy. Also the leaks, so keep an eye on those cards that you think you need to upgrade your decks. And when you buy or pre-order from FusionGamingOnline.com, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, of course, at checkout for an additional 5% off all your purchases. And it supports the channel. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Why would you want to rent Magic cards on Magic Online? Well, I tell you, you get to play every format you could possibly want. Why buy one deck when you can have access to all of them? When you're renting cards, you rent them, send them back, play another format, play another deck. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_7LH. Boop, 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 boop. Did I rank this? Yeah, A tier. Where was I? Looking at King Ginger's beautiful super chat. Shorikai. Genius. Let's see how genius this thing is. 4 mana, 8/8. In danger. What the hell? Okay, there's got oh, it's a vehicle. Looks like a creature. Okay, it's a pay 1, tap, draw 2 cards, then discard a card, create a 1/1 Thopter. 1/1 Thopter, colorless pilot creature. Where am I getting this Thopter from? A 1/1 colorless pilot creature token with this creature crews vehicles that though it power were 2 or greater. Which means it can crew not this. We need 4 of those things. Crew 8. And then it can be your commander. That's it? Technically not a creature, you're right. We had 2 super chats disqualify. What is wrong with you people? And why am I not seeing this? It feels like a creature, you know? It's got like the skin of a creature on top of a vehicle. Like the Terminator. If you just consider the Terminator a vehicle, it's a machine, right? It goes forward, it goes backwards. They can run. Okay, next up. Let's go. We did Soul Herder. Bell Crystalline Sliver. Anyway, this is a donation based on King Ginger's last card. This is a blue-white 2/2 sliver. All slivers have Shroud. You try to attack it, and nothing will touch the crystalline sliver. It all reflects and bounces right off. I actually cannot understate how broken this card is for a sliver deck. Basically, it says, I mean, not everything is indestructible, but effectively, everything's indestructible. The spot removal is worthless. They just have to give this. I'm surprised they don't print this in Modern. I'm so curious to know how this card will do in Modern. S tier, easily S tier. Super S tier. Love this. Love Crystalline Sliver. We did Dream Trawler. Wow, you people love your Dream Trawler. Unbelievable. Triox is like, holy crap, 4:30 p.m. Yeah, this is the new time. Welcome, Triox. Hopefully you can make it from now on. If you were wondering why we aren't in the morning anymore, well, I hope that answered your question. We started the show with this. Michael Ing with Meddling Mage. The mage that is meddling. We need to see the OG, though. It's a blue-white 2/2 wizard. As Meddling Mage comes into play, name an online card. That card can't be played. Sorry about that. Can't play. And then what's cool about Commander is you can just play this and name their commander, and they're not going to play that at all. Now, in 60-card formats, also not too bad. More affordable. It's 2 mana. Name a combo card. If you had access to their hand on turn 1 via, like, Gitaxian Probe, Thoughtseize, or like in Modern, there was a time there was a human that ETB had looked at you could look at your opponent's hand, and then you can follow it up with Meddling Mage and name things that haven't hit the battlefield yet. Great card. That being said, not the most broken, A tier. But it is a good value card. Not gonna lie. Okay, we have a lot of super chats here. Junior Jones. Permission denied. Permission denied. Ooh, we got... You didn't say the magic word. How did they have, like, 2 computer texts there? I guess there weren't that many back in... What was the year of this movie? 1995 or something like that? It's an old movie. It's been around for a while. Also not a creature. What is going on here today? Is there some voodoo magic or something? It feels, again, it feels like a creature. It's like, there's 2 people here. Yeah, disqualified. We did Reflector Mage already. Ooh! With Godhead of Awe. The hell am I looking at? Okay, it is... What is this? Quintuple? Quadruple? Quintuple, I think? Quintuple Azorius for a 4/4 Spirit Avatar with flying. Ooh, other creatures are 1/1s! Yeah, okay. Oh no, but they don't lose all abilities. But they're still 1/1s! Very powerful effect. Love it. And also, based on the casting cost, you can put in a blue deck or a white deck. I could have this in my Merfolk deck. And it would be fine, actually. My lords still pump up my lords. I like this effect. I think this is nuts. I'm going to put in the S tier. Like, it's expensive, but it completely shrinks everything. Nothing wrong with shrinking the entire board. Some people just want to see the world shrivel. Shrivel up into a little ball. Pacers fan forever with Urza, Prince of Krug. Did we do this one? Oh, we didn't do Prince of Krug. Alright, Prince of Krug is a 4-mana 2/3 human artificer. It's weird that he's an artificer. I would swear this guy was a wizard. Artifact creatures you control get +2/+2. Also pay 6, create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. Except it's a 1/1 soldier creature in addition to its other types. Oh, is it a 1/1? No, it is actually a +2/+2. Because all my artifact creatures all artifact creatures I control have +2/+2. What can I say about this card? Artifact creatures. It's a decent lord. It's like a decent lord. It's got upside. It's a decent lord with upside. I like it. A tier. I don't know if it's broken. It could be broken. Could be S tier worthy. I've never played with the card. Never played against it either. Next up, Dr. Nemo. With Nyambi, the esteemed speaker. Okay, we have a blue-white 2/1 human cleric with flash. And when it enters the battlefield, you may return another target creature you control to its owner's hand. That sucks. If you do, you gain life equal to that creature's converted mana cost. I get the idea, like any card that ETBs to return. Oh, but it says you may return. Okay, that's actually a plus. That's a good one. Okay, so like, okay, I may return. I could also just leave it there. Pay 3 mana, tap, discard a legendary card, draw 2 cards. We're gonna sacrifice our legendary creatures, and for value. Oops, yeah, for value. We sold, we're selling, the bodies, the dead bodies of some legends around here. It's like, I don't know how to describe this. Before they were conceived in my mind. What is the flavor to this? I guess it is the idea of a creature. It's like we actually, I guess we sold the patent for some really cool creature that we didn't actually invent. I guess that's how this card works. Creature didn't go to the graveyard, so we're not selling any bodies. I don't know. I'm not sure about this card though. It seems like a lot of jank. I'm gonna put in the B tier. It's kind of good for the life gain and draw power. Oh, you know what? I didn't see that synergy. ETB, bounce your legendary back to your hand. Discard your legendary, get coin. Not bad. I don't care, B tier anyway. I did it. David with Teferi's protege. Not Azorius. We're getting a lot of buzzers today. We didn't get a card yet. We got Pelarman with Hilda of the Icy Crown. Ooh, the 4-mana 3/4 human warlock. Whenever you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, you can pay 1. Now, if you do, you get a 4/4 white and blue elemental token. Or you can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. That's insane. Or scry 2, then draw a card. This card's a banger. This is a great card. I think it's above and beyond the rest of these. S tier. Very, very strong card. Can't believe I made it to the live stream. Oh, you pulling that trick again, King Ginger. Is shy. Don't you have like a bunch of super chats queued up? For the you want to be redeemed. All right, okay, we're gonna get redeemed here. Okay, this is a creature, and it's Azorius. So the 2 qualifications required for this show have been met. It is a 1/1 bird, 1/1 for 4 mana, flying. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter and a shy. Oh, this is basically, it's just a vanilla creature though. So it's just a big beater. So is the point of this is just like kill someone with commander damage? Because people gotta play their spells, you know? Like they're not gonna not play their spells. Did you play a spell? Alright, I'm gonna tick this thing up to 1. This is like reverse. This is like inverted champion of the parish. Mana cost is not too bad. It's 4 mana. You know what? I can cut this card a bit of slack. It's gonna get, like, and it has partner, so you can combine it with something else. So this is not the be-all, end-all of the cards. So I'll put in the A tier. It's a fine A tier card. I think it's a fine A tier card. We just did your card. Go to Crowcore Games. The 8th Doctor. What's up, Doc? I don't know how to spell 8th, apparently. The 8th Doctor is a 6 mana 4/4 Time Lord Doctor. What do you think's going on in that cup? What do you think is brewing here? What's this doctor smoking? Okay, enters the battlefield to mill 3 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may play a historic land or cast a historic permanent spell from your graveyard. If you do, it gains. If a permanent would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. You may play a historic or land card. This is like a really expensive Snapcaster Mage. In fact, I don't even think it's a very good Snapcaster Mage on top of that. Once during each of your turns, you may play a historic land or cast a historic permanent from your graveyard. It's okay. B tier. Not completely excited by this thing. Oh, Stevie Cooper, you said one of your previous donations wasn't donated. We're gonna have to donate it right now. You know what? I'm certain you are keeping track better than me. So we're gonna give it to Ferginka with the Casimir, the Lone Wolf. Is this gonna be green? Come on, the Lone Wolf. Okay, I am mistaken. All right, it's a 6 mana 5/3. It's a legend. And it also has flavor text just to intimidate your opponent. Popular indeed is the tale of how Casimir was once a holy man who renowned his order to take up the sword, but this tale is no more likely than any other. I don't know what that flavor text means, but I do know that this card isn't worth Bubkiss. D tier it is. We got our first D tier, everyone. We can all pat ourselves on the back. The circle is complete. Okay, next, I'm gonna go to Bryce. Suppressor Skyguard. The Suppressor. Suppressing the sky. Oh, they are in the air. 4 mana 2/4 flyer. Whenever a player attacks you, if that player has another opponent who is being attacked. Huh? That player has another opponent. What player? You mean you? Hold on, has another opponent. Oh, who isn't being attacked? Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you this turn. This combat. Oh, I see. So if they only attack you, it does nothing. But they can play around this so easily by just attacking someone else simultaneously. Oops. C tier. I'm reading this right. They attack you if that player has another opponent who isn't being attacked. Prevent all combat damage. So that's all they have to do. Pedgeman wants a card. I didn't get a card. Lavinia, Azorius Renegade. Remember, it's not symmetrical. Actually, I didn't know that. So if you have a spell that allows everyone to cast something for free, you alone have fun. The 2 mana 2/2 Human Soldier. Now each opponent can cast non-creature spells with mana value greater than the number of lands that player controls. Your Soul Ring has no power here. And then whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter that spell. Your card is countered. I'm running out of... I didn't mean to use that sound effect 3 times, but whatever. It's actually, I think this is a very underrated creature. Like, super underrated. I don't know why more people don't play this card. It's just such good control for such little mana. I don't know, maybe it just turns everyone on you. I think this is an S tier card, and it just hasn't proven itself yet. I think this card is an absolute banger. Azorius Renegade. It's cheap too, it's like 50 cents. If you're playing Azorius and you're not playing Azorius Renegade, I mean, I guess you're the one, like, you can cheat as well. You know, you can still be cheating cards in play. Like I said, it's just opponents, all right? It's non-symmetrical. Busted in Legacy and Vintage? Oh, is it? I don't remember seeing it in Legacy. It might be in Vintage. I don't pay attention to that format very much. Who's playing this in Legacy? I'm not sure what deck plays this in Legacy. Are we in? No, we're only in the 4th quarter. All right. We got a sandwich saying hello to Toads. Toad says hello to Sandwich. Okay, we got the Zombie Blaster Guafa. The Profiteer. Opponents used to get whiny about him. Imagine that. The 3-mana 2/2. Well, people, you know, it's humanity's. It's a pretty human thing to get whiny about anything. Okay, it's a 2/2 human rogue for 3 mana. Pay 2. Tap. Put a bribery counter on target creature you don't control. Now, its controller may draw a card. Creatures with bribery counters on them can't attack or block. Oh, that's not bad. That's strong. I declare my attack. Well, I'll put a bribery counter on your creature. You better sacrifice it and then reanimate it back from the dead. That being said, this is really clunky. And everyone has like a lot of time to see it in the first place. D tier got sniped. Lavinia got sniped. What the hell is going on here? Harbor Guardian. Oh, you want? Oh, you're. Do you have 2 super chats? I don't get it. Or is someone else super chat? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna go to King Ginger though. Are you trying to suggest something? This Harbor Guardian, is that a card? It's probably rude to say the card out loud and then ignore it. 4 mana for a 3/4 Guardian. Can block creatures with flying. It's got reach? We have an Azorius card with reach. That doesn't sound common. Usually it just flies. If Harbor Guardian attacks, defending player may draw a card. That's terrible. I don't want to play this card anymore. I don't like it. And it's 4 mana on top of that. I'll put in the D tier. It's not quite vanilla, but I don't want to play. I wouldn't want to play it. Okay, King Ginger with Vega the Watcher. Vega. Ooh, and they printed in what's it called? The or changed it up in Alchemy. 3 mana for a 2/2 Bird Spirit Flyer. Whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand, you draw a card. So if you are cheating in the game, you get money. That's what you're trying to tell me. Cast spell from anywhere except my hand. Well, aren't they supposed to come from our hand? Bit of a build-around card I see here. Unfortunately, card draw is not the be-all and end-all, and you have to put a lot of effort into this card draw. I'm going to put in the B tier. Yeah, you also have to look at it. This is a look at it card. Look at it. Look directly at it. Oh, that was a super chat. Turiat, Rasputin. The other one, the new one, new Rasputin. Okay, we have a blue-white, 1 generic 4/1 human wizard. Rasputin enters the battlefield. Put a dream counter on it for each opponent you have. Each opponent creates a 1/1 goblin. Tap, remove 1 or more dream counters from Rasputin and add that much colorless. Tap, remove a dream counter from Rasputin, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with protection from red. This card is very, very busy. But at the same time, like, basically does nothing. Add that much. What is that? Remove one or more? Ugh. So it doesn't, like, I basically get a mana for each one that I spend. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I don't like it. C tier. Complete rubbish. Toad's like, my arthritis can't keep up with all this typing. We just have to do it slowly. Okay, next up, we do have some super chats. We have from Kagan. I gotta do my commander, the Ranner, the ever watchful. Now, the ever watchful is a 4-mana 2/3 spirit warrior. Flying and vigilance. This is your commander. Of all the spirits you could choose, you choose this one. Now, the first card you foretell each turn costs 0 to foretell. Oh my god. What jank do you have? This seems like such a jank card. Whenever you exile one or more cards from your hand under permanents from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. This looks terrible. This looks awful. First card you foretell each turn costs 0. Yeah, you can click on a word. When it gets highlighted, you can highlight the whole text, then copy and paste. What is that? What do you mean? I don't have access to chat. Or do I have access to chat? Ooh, hold on. I do have access to chat. Should I use chat? Can I get in there? Interesting. Sort of. Not really. Okay, I still have to rate this card. I think it's awful. I think it's very janky. Go into the C tier for the jank. Yeah, I should rename these tiers, like, could be SAB and then jank, then straight trash. And I just run blinkers, foretelling exiles. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I get that. The foretell cards are mostly pretty bad. They're bad. There's not many good ones. You don't have a... Your deck is also very large. I get the idea. Like, it's fun. It's fun. We're having fun over here with our Ranner the Ever Watchful. I'm not sure how many tournaments we're winning with this thing. But maybe it's good. I don't know. So Nikachu, I was trying to help Toads use the copy paste on iPhone. Oh, I see. I thought it was a message to me. But you know what? I just learned I can copy and paste on my computer. Okay, I heard someone doesn't have a card yet. Who doesn't? Or Uluk doesn't have a card? I need my Drog Skull Captain. I agree. Drog Skull Captain is an insane spirit. The Captain. I don't like this art. I don't like this art either, but you know what? It's better than the last one. The 3-mana 2/2 Spirit Soldier with flying. Other spirits you control get +1/+1 and have hexproof. So they're stronger and they are more resistant to your removal. All right, Captain. Aye, aye. It's actually an S tier card for the Spirits decks. Outside the Spirits decks, not very good. But it's just like, it's basically the Spirits version of Crystalline Sliver. As close as they're gonna get. We did Crystalline Sliver. Amazing card. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing. No, I think it's time for another super chat. Come from Kagan, the Suppressor. The Suppressor Skyguard. Come to suppress. Suppressor Skyguard, 4-mana, 2/4 flyer. Whenever a player attacks you, if that player has another opponent who hasn't... Oh, we did that one. Garbage. Well, not straight up garbage, but not good. Okay, we'll donate that one. We'll donate it to... Henrik. With the Ether Sworn Sphinx. 9 mana. That is outrageous. I had 9 mana for a 4/4. Oh, it's got affinity for artifacts, though. It's got flying and it's got Cascade. Oh, I could get behind this. That's actually, oh, but you know what sucks? There's probably a lot of crap in your deck. So basically you have to keep your deck with like a lot of artifacts, but not a lot of 1-drops. Oh no. See, what like usually enables the affinity mechanic, it's just a bunch of like Springleaf Drums and Memnites and Ornithopters. So you need to play this like in a deck that's not heavy on those. I guess you just naturally play your artifacts. But you know what? This is in Commander. Like, how hard is this? Probably not too hard. I mean, Soul Ring contributes to affinity and also adds 2 mana. Okay, I might be overrating this card at first. And now... Or I might be underrating it. Now I'm overrating it. I'm going to put in the A tier. It's got some potential here. All right, Pacers. The Faramir, Steward with the Steward of Gondor. Steward, huh? Steward of Gone. It's a 3-mana 2/2 human noble. Faramir looks arrogant as hell. It's like, come at me. Throw your best shot. Whenever a legendary creature with mana value 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, you become the monarch. Oh! Oh, but it's not even a 4/4 itself. At the beginning of your end step, if you're the monarch, create 2 1/1 white human creature soldier creature tokens. That is strong, though. But the monarch is hard to pull off. Whenever a legendary creature with mana value... I guess if this thing came into play as a 4/4, that'd be fine. We need that 4-mana double lord thing in play. I don't know about this card. It's hard to pull off its first condition. It's hard to become the monarch. I might be underrating this card, but I'm gonna put in the C tier. I think this is just too hard to pull off. 4 greater. Is that hard? Maybe it's not that hard. The card is like pretty pathetic by itself, though. It like literally does nothing if you're not the monarch. It does even less than nothing. David Sampson with Heliod Warped Eclipse, the flip side. Heliod Warped. Why? Because it's not going to be Azorius on the front side? Oh, but it's Azorius in identity, right? Okay, let's look at the other side. It is... How do you... Hold on, first step... Whoa. Let's find out how we even flip this thing. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh, it just costs 3 mana and 2 life. Good enough for me. Alright, easy transform. Into Heliod the Warping Eclipse. It's a 4/6. You may cast spells as though they had flash, and spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card your opponents have drawn this turn. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each card your opponents have drawn this turn. So, at least 1 less. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. B tier. Okay, time for super chats are us. King Ginger said Toads didn't get a card? Toad's usually here to start the show off with a card. And Maddie. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Do you know what? With that in mind, we'll do Steve Cooper's. Donate 5x. I think one of my previous donations wasn't donated. Well, we got you now. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Steve Cooper. Okay, 5 donations. So, okay, who do we have to nail? Who's on our shopping list? Larry didn't get one. Spell Queller. Amazing card in the Spirit stack. 3 mana, 2/3, flash flying. ETB exile. Target spell with convert mana cost 4 or less. So it's not. If you have an uncounterable spell, I'm sorry. Your counter spell gets countered by my exile spell. And when it leaves the battlefield, the exile card gets to be put on the stack again. They can play the card without paying its mana cost. That's the downside, but the upside is that this is a 2/3 creature for the spirits that are very happy. Whoops. That are very happy when you cast your spells and they counter them. That's called tempo. This may not be strictly S tier. Not every deck can play this, but it's going to be at least A tier, 100%. Okay, then who also didn't get one? Toads didn't get one. And then Toads just said Maddie, which is useless to me. Do Maddie if you can't. Where's Maddie? We did the one. Spell Queller. Oh, Larry, did you snipe Maddie's suggestion? How dare you, Larry? How could you do that? How could you do that to Maddie over here? Oh no! Maddie! Maddie's about to get What happened here? Okay, Maddie, I'm gonna wait for you. We're gonna wait on Maddie. Okay, hold on. Who is the other person that didn't get a card yet? Toads. Toads and Maddie. Okay, I'm gonna look deep for a Toads card. Spoiled rich kid? Is that a real card? Or are you referring to someone in chat? Probably referencing somebody in chat. I've just suggested a handful. Well, you stopped it. You know, you have to have the Christopher B spirit where you keep jamming cards. You keep jamming cards. Here we got Bruna. Light of Alabaster. All right, we found one after enough digging. Okay, 6 mana for a 5/5 angel. Flying Vigilance. Whenever Bruna, Light of Alabaster, attacks or blocks, you may attach it to any number of auras on the battlefield, and you may put onto the battlefield attached. You may put onto the battlefield attached to it any number of auras cards that could enchant it from your graveyard and/or hand. Flying Vigilance. It's like a super. It's like a Super Boggles card. I mean, attach it to any number of... This is just, like, so jank, though. Auras? Did I hear auras? The worst card type in the game? I don't know if there's a card type worse than auras, actually, to be honest. Okay, I'm gonna look up Maddie. Maddie, you got something new here, Maddie? Or was Maddie all in on that Spell Queller? Maddie! Wasn't Maddie's day today. Okay, I give another of the donations to Ikaya, Denik. I'm looking out for you, Maddie. We did Meddling Mage already. Okay, Denik, Pious Apprentice, a 2-mana 2/3 human soldier with lifelink. Cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or abilities. Very strong ability. It also has Disturb. Also, it's pretty big for a 2/3, a 2-mana card. Flying. Whenever one or more creature cards are put in your graveyard from anywhere, investigate. This ability triggers only once each turn. If Denik Pious Apprentice would be put into a graveyard from anywhere, exiled instead. I like the card. It's not a mandatory card by any means. Denik also dresses incredibly well. So good job on Denik, A tier. Okay, Maddie, Reflector Mage. That we did get Reflector Mage. We got it over here, Maddie. It was good enough. I'm gonna keep looking out for you, Maddie. Don't worry. Wait, Maddie suggested, and everyone's just jumping. Maddie suggested Reflector Mage. Maddie on Reflector Mage. It's like everyone is in support of Maddie. We did Reflector Mage. It's a great card. A tier. Okay, we'll get back to you, Maddie. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep an eye out for you. One of those free donations is still on the table for you. Next. Apparently there's 2! There's 2 of them for you. Okay, so this one is for Maddie and Toilet Duck. That's actually incredibly specific, Emperor. Okay, what does Toilet Duck get? Did Toilet Duck miss what we did, Geist to Saint Draft? The 7th Doctor. Maybe this is just me, but I think the card's ability works like an uncard. You're probably right. It's a 5-mana 3/6, and whenever the 7th Doctor attacks, choose a card in your hand. Defending player guesses whether that card mana value is greater than the number of artifacts you control. If they guessed wrong, you may cast without paying its mana cost. If you don't, you cast a spell this way. Investigate. I don't get it. Is it 50-50 or not? Maybe it's not 50-50. I'd like to, I'm sorry, Regis, I'd like to use my 50-50. Thank you very much. Can I phone a friend? Hey, can you see their hand? Anyway, yeah. I have no idea how good this card is. This is a bit janky. A little bit too janky for me. And it's 5 mana. Why is this a 3/6 creature? Like, it does the hat and cane add so much toughness? I don't get it. Maddie's getting suggestions from everyone. Maddie was just all in on that damn did Larry apologize? Just out of curiosity. Just snipe that spell queller. Because I also knew Larry didn't get a card yet. And I saw Larry's. It's not 50-50 in most cases. I believe it. Okay, next up. Will Kevin the Carpathian with gold forged Thopteryx thingy-mabobber. 2 mana 1/3 dinosaur Thopter flying lifelink. Each legendary permanent you control has ward 2. Legendary perms have ward 2. It's actually pretty strong. I like that. I like that protection. For that, I'll give it B tier because I have no experience with this card. It's a 1/3 by itself. It's like it's fine blocking very, very early on. Okay, next up, super chats. Do we have any big super chats? What is this? Last one I'll donate today? Oh, that's fine. Lavinia, foil to conspiracy. Three mana 2/3 human detective with vigilance. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, you investigate and tap to add double colorless. Activate only during an opponent's turn. Holy crap! This is mana ramp for white and blue. Vigilant, and as vigilance, you can attack and add mana. Add double colors. Activate only during an opponent's turn. Who cares? This card is amazing. I like this card. A tier. You need mana, you play with that mana. Okay, next up, we got... well, we guys have super chats. Except for, sorry... Super chat. Maddie actually has 2 super chats that could use up at any moment. Portal Manipulator from Kagan. Portal Manipulator. This is a 4 mana 3/2 human wizard with flash. When Portal Manipulator enters the battlefield, during the declare attacker step, choose target player and any number of target attacking creatures that player controls. Those creatures are now attacking that player. What a weird, like, you know, Uno reverse card. But not even reversing, just changing the direction of where the creatures are attacking. B tier. It's a cute combat trick. I wouldn't say it's super. You can't force anything. It's a little bit situational, but it's fine. Pacers fan forever with the Raf Capuchin. Raf Capuchin, a 4 mana 3/3 human wizard. Flash flying. You may cast historic spells as though they had flash. Okay, that I can get behind. So this is just like almost like a Teferi that turns all your stuff into flash. That's an A tier worthy card. You know, there's some Teferis out there, like the actual blue Teferi creature. Maddie has a suggestion. Taigam, Ojutai Master. All right, we got Taigam. This is a 4 mana human monk. It's a 3/4 creature, instant sorcery, and dragon spells you control can't be countered by spells or abilities. Dragon spell. This is like a Tarkir card or something. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand, if Taigam is attacking this turn, the spell gains rebound. The only thing that sucks about this card is that rebounding... First off, you're probably not going to play any counter spells while you attack. Second off, you're probably... Yeah, counter spells also can't be played proactively in this way. But I think if you build around, like... I'm not sure what you're even building around, but I think it's fine. It's an A-tier worthy card. And he's like, you guys are awesome. Much love. Would chat more, but I am a slow mode pleb. You still have another super chat, so everyone's going to be looking out for you. Triox with the Unsettled Mariner. Now, the Fish Fam already know my opinion on this card, and I have a very bad opinion of it. It is a blue-white 2/2 shapeshifter. It's a changeling, so yes, you can put it in any deck. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or ability, basically it's ward 1. Everything has ward 1. Counter unless they pay 1. I'm surprised they didn't even change the wording to say that it has ward 1. The Call of the Sea shapes many souls. The problem is, it's just a grizzly bear. It's a grizzly bear. Ward 1, big deal. People can pay it. Come on, people are not that broke on their mana that they can't pay 1 damn mana to kill the creature, right? So for that reason, I don't like this card. I don't like it. I think this is a set. It probably deserves the B tier. But I even think it's even good in any way. Yeah, Beanpot. My favorite creature, not. Okay, Maddie's run out of suggestions. Going to donate to Arcanus. Arcanus is here. Sovereigns of Lost Alara. Is that a creature? Oh, it is. It's a spirit. I thought that was a big equipment or a vehicle or something. Okay, we have a blue-white 4 generic 4/5 spirit, and it's got exalted. So whenever a creature attacks, it gets bigger if it attacks alone. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you may search your library for an aura card with that could enchant that creature, put onto the battlefield, attach to that creature, then shuffle your library. It's got like some semi-combo potential because you can go search for the Eldrazi aura and attach it. So we put in the A tier. And like basically, so long as it's on the battlefield, every singular creature you attack with basically like always threatens this combo. Not to mention like other stuff that you can go get out of your deck. And also like it solves the aura problem. You don't need to have that many auras in your deck. You just have a few auras in your deck, just super powerful ones, and make sure that Sovereigns of Lost Alara is your way of getting them out. And maybe there's some other niche combos with it. Eldrazi Conscription on this? Yeah, exactly. Eldrazi Conscription. Ooh, got the Drog Skull Reaver. Seven mana for a 3/5 flying, double strike lifelink, and whenever you gain, if you ever gain some life, you can also draw a card. Oh, and it's not based on this thing, but it's still 7 mana. That's ridiculous. So, but the point is, if you gain life in any way, you get to draw a card. So that could be you could like draw your entire library off of this. I think that's pretty good. But it's 7 mana. B tier. Oh no, Pacer! Pacer! What happened? Pacer, what happened? Do you have another card, Pacers fan forever? Do you have another one? Pacer looking at the show when what's it called? as I had the Unsettled Mariner on. Or did Pacer leave? Some of you people just spam out the super chats and watch later. Okay, I'm gonna donate this one to someone who doesn't have a card yet. And we'll give it to Adam. Dragon Lord Ojutai. Oh, this is a pretty damn good card. It's a solid one. It's like, what was that last one called? Was it this thing? Where was it? Where did it go? Oh, it's here. This thing. Whatever this thing is. Okay, Dragon Lord Ojutai, 5 mana, 5/4 flying. Has hexproof as long as it's untapped, and when it deals damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. It's basically like a brainstorm, and when you're on defense, it's perfectly safe. Well, I mean, at least from spot removal. I like the card. I think it's an A-tier worthy card. Worth ramping out. You dig for stuff that you really need. Arindis hasn't had a card yet? Well, a lot of people haven't had a card. I can't do anything about it. Emperor, redeem! You want some redemption with Ashaya Tanaka. Or sorry, Ayesha Tanaka? What, the original one or this one? I have a feeling it's not this one, but maybe you're right. Did you want this? You didn't specify. I mean, that's it. That's a Yisha Tanaka. That is an Azorius creature. All right, we got double blue, double white for a 2/2 legend, and it's got banding. And tap counter target artifact effect requiring an activation cost, unless that artifact's controller pays a white. That's highly specific. Play this ability as an interrupt. Sorry, blue, red, green, and black players. You get nothing. You don't have no white mana. You can't counter this thing. Anyway, this is terrible. Counter artifact effect. You know what? You know what it's good for, though? We can counter the One Ring. That's right. You tap your One Ring. I'm going to counter it. You get nothing. And you're going to keep taking damage on your turn. Probably this is still a bit too narrow. C tier. Not D tier worthy, though. Better than that. Read the Oracle text? Alright. You had a backup plan? There is no Oracle text. Oh, there is Oracle text. There is banding. Counter target activated ability from an artifact source unless that ability's controller pays a white. Or do you want me to read out banding? That I'm not going to do. Okay, next up. We got Aquain Bay with the Ascended Law Mage. Ascending. Sorry, not ascending. It ascended. This is a Law Mage that has already ascended. It is a 4 mana 3/2 Vidalcan Wizard with flying and hexproof, and that's it. This is a draft card. Hexproof is fine, but you know, for 4 mana, we hope to do something a little bit better than that. C tier. East Coast, Rasputin, Dreamweaver, Cool Blink, Eldrazi. Did we do this one? Oh, we didn't do the OG. Okay, this is Cool Blink, Eldrazi Commander. Really? Rasputin knew like the Eldrazi very well. It's a 6 mana 4/1 human wizard. Enter the battlefield with 7 dream counters on it. Remove a dream counter from Rasputin. Add 1 to your mana pool. Remove a dream counter from Rasputin. Prevent the next 1 damage that would be dealt to Rasputin this turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, if Rasputin started the turn untapped, put a dream counter on it, and it can't have more than 7 dream counters on it. I can't remember. There was like some sort of... Isn't there a combo with this? Has 7 counters. Remove a dream counter. There is some combo with this, but I don't remember how or why. It's $124. Someone's really playing for that combo. Remove a dream counter. Prevent the next 1 damage. Remove a dream counter. Add 1 to your mana pool. Oh, it's ramp too. Okay, this card actually is good. A tier. Very, very nice card. Bro's hand looks like gross sock pup, but it's a gross sock pup. I don't even know if they had socks back then. Or I guess they did have socks back then. Ecos, you enjoy politics. The filibuster. Azors. Elocutors. The 5 mana 3/5 human advisor. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on Azor's Elocutors. Then if Azor Elocutors has 5 or more filibuster counters on it, you win the game. Whenever a source deals damage to you, remove a filibuster counter from Azor's Elocutors. This is hard to pull off. Basically, like, you get this thing in play, and you gotta build them counters up quickly. Just one counter after another. Or you got one, you get another one. Do not let your enemies give you a chance. Okay, hold on. Who was earlier that didn't get a card? Okay, we'll give something to Arindis here today. Where's my waifu? Ifara. God of the Polis. We have a 4-mana 6/5 god that is indestructible. But as long as your devotion to white and blue is less than 7, Afar isn't even a creature. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if you had another creature enter the battlefield under your control this turn, last turn, the beginning of each upkeep. Oh, so I could play. Oh, this is great in Commander actually. I flash in something against you. I flash in something against you. I flash in against something against you. I keep drawing cards off that. That is great. So if you had another creature enter the battlefield under your control last turn, draw a card. I think this is an A-tier worthy card. And it's indestructible. Very hard for people to deal with. Back to my super chats. We got the Big Bungus Magoo with Daxos Melitus. I have no idea how to interpret this card. I don't get it. Is this card good? I tell you what we're going to do with Daxos. I'm going to let you guys vote this one. You guys can vote. You guys know how to vote, right? I'm going to start a poll. What tier is Daxos? And we got A. We got B. We got C. We got D. And I don't think it's going to be... Oh, sorry. No. We got to stop the poll. End the poll. D is too low. Start poll. What tier is Daxos? S. It starts with S. A. B. C. No, it's definitely not. Okay, while you do that, I'm gonna read this card because I got no idea what the hell this card does. Okay, it's a blue-white 1 generic 2/2 human soldier. Now it can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. So that like sounds good, doesn't it? But when it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. You gain life equal to that card's mana value, which is completely random. Like you have no choice over this thing. Until end of turn, you may cast that card and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. So it's a lot like Ragavan. It's like a 3-mana Ragavan that can gain some life and have some evasion. Oh, you have to mention you have 2 cards. You know, some people, Emperor, they post 2 cards just in case one was already chosen. So they gave a backup. Okay, I'll do, this doesn't help me. What was the second card? Help me, Emperor. Give me the second card. We'll look it up. Okay, what does the poll say? Our poll for today says B tier. You are very medium, Daxos. You guys like that you have some control over the tier list? Maybe we should have some tier list where I just get you guys to vote on everything. Wouldn't that be fun? It's okay, but without protection. Daxos gets out quickly. Gets yote. Okay, we have this Quain one. Quain something. Oh, the rabbit! The meddler. Blue-white, 1/3. Rabbit wizard. Tap. Each player may draw a card. Then each player who drew a card this way gains 1 life. I like that. Yeah, everyone can gain. Let's all draw some cards, fellas. I'm the Easter Bunny. Each player to draw a card. I actually think this is a strat. You have to play it in the right strategy. I like this card a lot. Put in the S tier. I like this card a lot. I'm probably overhyping this card, but I like it a lot. Like, the ability is very simple. It's easy to get this thing out. Okay, I am overvaluing. Okay, we're gonna put in the A tier. Summoning Sickness. Keep forgetting about Summoning Sickness. Yeah. Gotta wait 1 whole turn for that ability? Absolutely not. Not in a million years. Okay, next up. We got Belle with the Iridescent Angel. Iridescent Angel. 5 less and it would be good? Well, that's a heavy ask. Ah, yes, if anything was 2 mana, yeah, of course it would be great. 7 mana for a 4/4 flying, protection from all colors. It's okay. I don't know if it's as good as Meletis here, or Daxos, but I'll put in the C tier. And Eco's Will Scion of Peace. Many life gain equals many mana. The Scion of Peace. This is a 3 mana 2/4 human wizard with vigilance. I like vigilance and tap abilities. That means you get to attack, you get to activate. Tap spells you cast this turn that are white and or blue cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Spells you cast this turn that are white and or blue cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. So the amount of life you gain converts to mana. But you can only reduce the colorless, and it's some work to do here. Some work to turn this card on. This is a Daxos level card, in my opinion. Very Daxos-like. Okay, we'll give something to Spoo Lighter. Isn't that the name of the card from the AI show? There was literally a card called Spool. I'm pretty sure there was a card called Spool Lighter in one of our AI shows. I don't know if this is an actual name to something, or you named yourself after the AI card. How about something that is 3 mana, relatively cheap, flying, 3/1 feather counters? You got a name for me here? Spurleiter is German, but it doesn't make sense. Okay. Spurleiter. Well, it came from, well, I know there was one AI-generated card one day that was, what's it called? It was called Spurleiter. Ooh, the Aven Mimomancer. Or Mimiomancer. How this is pronounced, nobody knows. 3 mana, 3/1, Flying Bird Wizard. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a feather counter on target creature. And if you do, that creature has base power and toughness 3/1 and has flying for as long as it has a feather counter on it. So basically, it's a weird way of, like, does it remove all the abilities, or it just removes the power and toughness? So you can, like, turn a big creature. Here's the deal. So big creatures can turn into small creatures, but small creatures can turn into big creatures. But still, it's an awkward card. B tier. It's not terrible though. I like the card though. I have respect for it. All right, everyone. It wasn't an infinite. We didn't look at all Azorius cards, but we looked at a lot of them. It's interesting. A lot of them are like pretty good, but there's very few hardcore bombs, as we see in this tier list. And that's it for today. Oh, thank you very much, Coffee Crew, for being here. And if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. For anyone that doesn't know the new time, well, there it is right there. And thanks, everyone, for supporting the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you Super Chat to be part of the show, or helped other people be part of the show with Super Chats. And thank you so much, my Coffee Crew, for being here today. Because without you, we wouldn't have these great suggestions coming out from Turiat and Toilet Duck, Pacers fan forever, David, Old Boy for Genka, Spurleiter. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it is a play on Spielleiter, which is German for Game Master. Cool. Cono Bell, we got Maddie. Maddie saved today by people like Jess, Christopher B, Arcana, Steve Cooper, and the rest. King Ginger. King Ginger's somewhere in there. Christopher B. We love y'all. So as usual, my coffee crew, you keep bringing up them coffees, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.